Good morning. My name is Lorrie. Welcome to my channel. We are quilters. Today I have a short list. Of course, it's always about this long. A short list of things to talk to you about. This is BLABFEST number 50. Holy cow, who knew? My son never thought that my channel would last this long and I would have more than 2 viewers. Ha! Was he wrong? Granted, we are a specialized niche in the crafting world. And my subscribers bump up a little at a time, and that's okay. That means I have faithful subscribers who watch. All of you, thank you very much. Today, I'm going to talk about the adorable stars that are here behind me. These are for the center of my patriotic Build-A-Block quilt. And if you look closely, you can even see what's coming next to the Build-A-Block. We only have a couple more things to do. Over there, right there, you can see the geese that we're going to make. And now that I have some time, I am going to sew the 2 side units together so that I have that done ahead of time before we get to the very end. I might as well. It won't take anything away from it, and it'll be a quick process. So I'm going to sew those side units, the road to the White House with the stars at the very top. It's on the left side, it's on the right side. I'm going to sew those together so I can have that done. On Monday, last time I did stitching in the book, not last week because I did beads last week, but last time I did stitching in the book, there was let me look it up, purl stitch that looked pretty interesting. It was a running stitch, something I think that it was in the outline stitch section. So I'm going to do some purl stitch because I haven't been working on handwork nearly enough. That is very relaxing in the evening. I also have, here's the other thing. My husband loves me. I'm so fortunate to have him in my life, and he makes me beautiful things. You can see it down there, but I'm going to show you a close-up. It is a cross-stitch of quilt blocks. Now, he made me one, I think it was last year, and I turned it into a little quilt to hang on the back of my chair. Here it is. He used the colors that were suggested in the pattern. He did do some modifications of the pattern, but those colors really are kind of dark for my tastes. So he found another one and he made it because it was in bright colors. Some of these motifs are so cute. I love this basket. I have a thing for basket quilts. It was the second one I started and still have not finished. Long time ago. That was where I learned that you had to leave seam allowance if you wanted your triangles to have points. I'll dig that out another day. It's in a box somewhere here in this room. But I love that it has this at the bottom, this cute little saying. It makes my heart sing. I think I'm going to make a different little wall hanging for somewhere. Not sure where. Not sure if I'll switch out the one on the back of my chair and use it somewhere else. That's probably what will happen because I do love these bright colors. They are as you can see in all the tie-dye stuff I wear. It's the bright colors that make me happy. Not that I need bright colors, man. I just like bright colors. That brings me to Marion. Marion sent me several quilts. Well, a quilt. She made several, but most of the ones she made were from kits, she said. Let me open up pictures. And she had some leftover parts and pieces from those kits. They go to charity. They're part of what her quilt guild does. But this one was made mostly from her stash. She said it used up, and I don't even know the number. Let me bring this up. 0.0000002% of her fabric stash So yeah, my comment back to her was, why, when you make a quilt from fabric stash and scrap stash, why does it seem like the scraps multiply and it never the pile never goes down? Never. And you move on to the next thing and there's more scraps. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But let's take a look at her quilt again. She said in this quilt, and we are going to do some finding here. She said there are flowers, freight trains, little kids, cowgirls, wild animals, cocopelli, and bugs, plus multiple stripes on the top and bottom. I love her whimsical sense of color and fun, just plain fun. Marion, I am so glad you share with us, because fun. Too bad you live in Oregon, where we could do some fabric scrap exchanges easily, but you live too far away. My arms don't reach that far. Anyway, next, and on to some other topics. Oh, I've got a couple topics. I'm sitting here looking up at the wall, and I've got cubbies up there that I put things on there that I don't have to play with every day. I don't have to play with often at all. Matter of fact, when I show you this picture, oh, look at the dust on that shelf. Oh my gosh. Ignore the dust, please. I'm not collecting the dust. I have a couple very cute little sewing boxes. This one is it's a tin box, and it's an iron. And inside there's little spools of thread, little scissors that are, how can I say it politely? Crap. But they are so cute. And that stuff can just stay in there. I'm not interested in the stuff, really. I've got much better scissors and other pieces. But it's a cute idea. And I picked this button one. I know I showed this to you earlier, but there's also, and inside this one, it has like foam to keep the pieces in place so the lid can go on. This one, this lovely red button, will work its way up into that collection at a later date, because I have to I have to climb up with a ladder and stand on other furniture to get to that storage space. But I've been slowly accumulating. I have other ones. They just aren't easily at hand. Now, collectible tins are another topic entirely. I know that some of you love to put things in tins. I've got my grandmother's button box, 2 of them actually, and they are both fantastic tins. I have some other tins that aren't being used. I have some tins with hinged lids, but that is a topic for another day. We will share probably next week. I put it on the list for next week. So we will probably share some collectible tins, and I would love, I'm giving you a heads up, I would love to see some of your collectible tins. So please feel free to send pictures, and I can include them with pictures of my own collectible tins. Some of them are very old and very odd, but that's beside the point. Now this brings me to what I was up to today. Earlier, when we came home, sometimes I wash new fabrics, or I wash fabrics that I buy at a thrift store, just in case. So I had a pile of new fabrics because I worked in a fabric shop, and I don't know if they still use formaldehyde to preserve the dyes in fabrics or not, but I think they might, simply based on when you walk into a fabric store, you smell it, the chemicals that are used to preserve fabric. So I have been a fabric washer since I worked in a fabric store when I was in college, simply because I know that the preservatives that are in there for color are not things that I want to breathe or even touch too much. I know that it makes it more difficult to cut, and you might need to starch a little. I'm not a starcher. I'm not a starcher and then stash it away, because things are attracted to the starch, because it can be a food source. Yeah, it can be a food source. So I don't starch and stash. I starch as needed with flimsier fabrics, and I go from there, piece by piece, as I pull it out and use it. I don't soak things in starch. I just use starch when I need to before I cut it, for those very reasons. So anyway, that leads me to, I found my pile on the washer dryer, and it's time to wash it and put it away. I bought some of these fabrics a year ago, and I had a person in mind. And look at these. Let me bring up the pictures so I can look at them as I am talking to you. First of all, there's this beautiful, well, some of you might not think it's beautiful, but I love the colors in this. I don't know why. And it's a lot of corals and peaches and purples and big, obnoxious flowers. Yes, I said it, obnoxious. But I love this fabric. And when you look at the colors down the side, you can see all the different colors that they used in this fabric. And it was made by Free Spirit, and it is a line called Vibrant Blossom. Well, it fits. They had this in blues, I think, when I bought this, but I was really drawn to this one. And there are, I see 18 colors on the side that they used to print this fabric. So it makes me happy. And while I was there in that same store, I found it was panels. There are four boxes, and I had someone in mind for this. Someone who, at that time, she was this piece of fabric. She was, let your light shine. This fabric was my friend. Find beauty in every day. She was this. These sayings were her, and these bright, happy colors and flowers were her. Happiness blooms from within. And the last one says, life is beautiful. And that was my friend. And at the moment, I am so worried for my friend, because she somehow has lost her way. Now, I know that all of you who are watching know very well that hobbies can sometimes keep us on track. That's why you're here. When I was working as a teacher, there were times I was so tired at the end of the day, I didn't have the energy or the heart to actually sit down and sew. But I always had 10 minutes to watch a video. And I know that some of mine are starting to run a little longer. When I started making videos, 10 minutes seemed like eternity. But I always had time to, if I was so tired that I couldn't sew for myself, I had time to sit and watch somebody else do it, and that still fed my soul. So I know that you know what I'm talking about, that crafts and hobbies, and it doesn't have to be quilting, crafts and hobbies feed our soul. And I know that if you are here watching, that you might know someone that needs help finding the joy in their life again. My friend that I bought this for needs help finding joy in her life again. And I don't know if, I'm pretty sure I can't be the one to help her, but I also know that I should not completely cut her off from my life. I don't have to be sucked into her toxic negativity, but I also know that I should be there waiting in the wings if she ever needs me. So I hope that if you have a friend that has a broken heart and is having trouble, that you will at least be in the wings waiting for them to find their happy. Because I know that some people are not happy with, oh, I'm going to say the word, I'm going to say it, politics. Some people are not happy with politics at the moment. That is not the most important thing in life. So if you need people who are not toxic in your life, and you need to find your happy, making things, doing things, whatever it is that makes you happy. And on that note, I will get off my soapbox and I will say that I will see you on Monday for Purl Stitch, another outline stitch that will be easy and fun. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend with those you love and you get back in touch with some of your friends, sewing or otherwise. See you later. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Hit the little bell if you so desire. Have a great weekend.